Imagine the Hulk, but hotter. No, not that kind of hot. I'm talking about literally hotter. Not just angrier, but radiating enough heat to melt steel, like a walking reactor that's constantly burning with rage. That's the Red Hulk. Powerhouse of destruction, a living inferno that doesn't just smash things, he scorches, incinerates, and obliterates everything around him. Today we're not just brushing the surface of this fiery character. I'm diving deep into Red Hulk's wild comic book history, from his explosive debut, kept fans guessing for months, to his complex journey from a vengeful general hell-bent on taking down the Hulk to a reluctant but oddly effective hero. There's a whole lot more to Hulk than just being a red version of the Hulk, and we're breaking down all of it. Get ready for the full saga of Red Hulk, from his mysterious start to his evolution as one of Marvel's most interesting and unpredictable characters. Red Hulk didn't just show up, he exploded onto the scene. In Hulk Volume 2, Issue Number 1, back in 2008, created by Jeff Loeb and Ed McGuinness. This was a character who hit hard and left an impact. Loeb, known for his complex storytelling and a knack for suspense, brought his A-game to the Hulk universe. McGuinness, with his bold, dynamic art style, captured all the raw power and intensity of this new red force of nature. Created as a more unrestrained and strategically intelligent opponent for the Hulk, the Red Hulk was designed to offer a fresh, formidable challenge. Though the concept of a red color Hulk had been previously suggested by Kenneth Johnson, the mind behind the 1970s TV series The Incredible Hulk, it wasn't until Marvel editor-in-chief Joe Quesada revisited the idea that it came to fruition in the comics. A key part of the character's initial intrigue was the mystery surrounding his true identity, which remained hidden from both readers and other characters. In its debut story arc, Hulk Volume 2 painted a vivid picture of the Red Hulk's ferocity. He brutally kills both the Wendigo and Abomination, brings down S.H.I.E.L.'s helicarrier, and faces off against several Marvel heroes. His destructive rampage even triggers an earthquake in San Francisco, leading to a showdown where Hulk and Thor ultimately bring him down. Later, in a storyline involving the Collector, Red Hulk joins an evil counterpart to the Defenders, called the Offenders. During this arc, he steals the power cosmic from Silver Surfer, apparently kills him, takes possession of his board, and wields Terrax's cosmic axe. With this immense power, he then proceeds to kill Namor, Doctor Strange, Tiger Shark, Baron Mordo, Hulk, Terrax, Psycho Man, and even the Grandmaster. However, after revealing his actions to Galactus, power cosmic is reclaimed, and those he killed are resurrected with no memory of what occurred. The thing is, Red Hulk didn't just rely on brute strength, he was smart. Against Iron Man, he used his heat to overload Tony's armor, making Stark's tech a liability. Against Thor, he knew Asgardian physiology like the back of his hand, using his environment and Thor's reliance on Mjolnir to keep him off balance. These weren't just random brawls, they were calculated, strategic takedowns, each one designed to maximize damage and leave his enemies in the dust. The origins of Red Hulk trace back to the Super Soldier program, involving figures like Doc Samson and the villainous think tank Intelligentsia, led by MODOK. The 2009 Code Red arc hinted further at the Red Hulk's identity and introduced the character Red She-Hulk. In the 2010 storyline Fall of the Hulk's Gamma, flashbacks revealed a shocking event where the Red Hulk seemingly kills General Ross under the orders of Bruce Banner. But what really made Red Hulk stand out was the mystery behind his identity. For nearly 2 years, Marvel kept us all guessing. Was he a new upgraded Abomination, twisted version of Captain America's Super Soldier experiment, or was he maybe even a Skrull? Theories were wild, with fans constantly speculating online and at the conventions, trying to figure out who was behind that red face. Marvel did an excellent job of keeping things under wraps, throwing out red herrings and misdirections along the way to keep everyone talking. The who is the Red Hulk question became a huge part of the fan experience, and it played into the excitement of his every appearance. The bomb dropped in Hulk Volume 2, Issue Number 23. It was General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, the Hulk's biggest adversary, and obsessed with destroying the Green Giant. This twist was huge. Not only did it change everything about the dynamic between Ross and the Hulk, but it also made Ross a more complex character. A guy who'd spent his life hunting down the Hulk and become the thing he hated most. It was darkly ironic, and it turned Ross from a one-dimensional antagonist into a tragic figure. The whole thing was orchestrated by AIM and the Intelligentsia, a group of super geniuses, including the leader and MODOK, who thought they could control Ross. However, they underestimated the depth of his rage and desire for revenge, and it ultimately became their downfall. After dismantling the Intelligentsia's scheme to control the US with a life model decoy of Glenn Talbot, Red Hulk made an attempt to seize power himself, but was stopped by the Hulk. Drained from overheating, Red Hulk was defeated, and Banner informed him that Ross's death hoax meant he could never return to his former identity. After capturing him at Gamma Base, Banner struck a deal with Steve Rogers, leading to the Red Hulk's unlikely membership in the Avengers. Once part of the Avengers, the Red Hulk thwarted the Intelligentsia's Scorched Earth contingency plan. Although Banner claimed to have removed Red Hulk's energy-draining ability due to its dangerous toll, Red Hulk was later shown still capable of this power. The Red Hulk played a pivotal role during the Heroic Age crisis, involving the Infinity Gems, as well. In the Fear Itself story arc, he attempted to stop the Thing, but had become angrier, Breaker of Soul. Their battle reached a dramatic climax near Avengers Tower. Red Hulk was ultimately overpowered and flung into Vermont as the possessed Thing's rampage continued. Red Hulk powers are more than a fiery twist on the original Hulk. Sure, he's got the classic Hulk traits: super strength, insane durability, and a healing factor that lets him shrug off just about anything. But what sets him apart is his completely unique physiology. His anger isn't just the source of his strength. The angrier he gets, the hotter he becomes, radiating intense heat that can melt through tank armor, vaporize water in an instant, and even overload energy fields. This heat doesn't just make him a walking furnace, it's also a weapon, allowing him to launch concussive blasts that hit just as hard as his punches. It's something that the original Hulk doesn't have, and it makes the Red Hulk a terrifying sight on the battlefield, a living, breathing inferno. But it doesn't stop there. Red Hulk has the ability to absorb various forms of radiation, most importantly gamma radiation. This lets him not only supercharge his own power, but also weaken his gamma-powered enemies, like the Hulk himself. Imagine using your opponent's own strength against them. That's the major tactical advantage. Plus, he can absorb other types of radiation too, which makes him pretty versatile when facing off against different types of energy-based attacks. This ability also gives him a level of resistance, maybe even immunity to some energy manipulation, making him a hard target for energy-wielding foes. What really sets the Red Hulk apart from the typical rage-fueled hero is his sharp military mind. He's not just a monster smashing through things in a blind rage. He's a true strategist. He can look at a battlefield and instantly spot weaknesses in his enemy's defenses, then come up with a plan to exploit. This combination of raw power, ruthless determination, and tactical genius makes him one of the most dangerous and unpredictable characters in the Marvel Universe. Red Hulk's presence was felt in several major Marvel storylines, leaving a lasting impact. In Fall of the Hulks and World War Hulks, written both by Jeff Loebs, we saw a deeper look into Ross's motivation. He was caught up in a tense relationship with Intelligentsia, a group of super geniuses who had him powered. After being manipulated by them, he had to team up with Bruce Banner, the Hulk, in an uneasy alliance. These storylines showed not just Red Hulk's power, but his inner struggle between vengeance and redemption. It was a turning point for him, setting the stage for eventual shift towards a more heroic path, even if reluctantly. Then, there was his time with the Avengers. After the chaos of the Siege storyline, Captain America made the bold decision to recruit Red Hulk to the team. It was a controversial move that highlighted the Avengers' need for power in the face of emerging threats. The whole thing also explored the idea of redemption, showing that even the most morally questionable individuals can have a shot at changing. But it wasn't easy for Red Hulk. His past was a huge point of contention. Characters like Captain America and Thor had a hard time reconciling his violent past with his new role as hero. Red Hulk had to constantly prove himself to his teammates, especially when it came to his brutal methods. And even his allies, like Spider-Man, weren't fully sure if he was truly on their side. Constant tensions made for some compelling drama, as it explored themes of trust, forgiveness, and what it really means to be a hero. When Red Hulk took over leading the Thunderbolts during the Marvel Now initiative, we got to see another side of him. This new version of the Thunderbolts wasn't exactly a team of pure heroes. It was a group of anti-heroes, including Deadpool, Punisher, and Elektra. These weren't your typical Avengers. They operated in the gray areas of the Marvel Universe, taking on missions other heroes wouldn't touch. And guess what? Ross fit right in. Leading this unpredictable group showed off his tactical genius, his ability to handle even the most dangerous personalities, and his ongoing struggle with his inner demons. As a leader, he was the one calling the shots now. He wasn't just a soldier following orders, he was making the tough calls. The Thunderbolts series explored his darker side, pushing him to confront his past and the consequences of his decisions. This wasn't just about punching bad guys, it was about dealing with the weight of leadership, morality of vigilante justice, and what it means to lead a team of outcasts. But he still had his military brilliance, his experience, and his deep understanding of the superhuman world. Whether advising government agencies or even superhero teams, Ross remained an essential asset. His knowledge of the Hulk's psychology and powers made him an invaluable strategist. Even in his human form, he proved that his mind was just as dangerous as ever. He was a key player, acting as a liaison between the military and superhero communities, a role that required diplomacy, understanding, and a deep grasp of both worlds. Red Hulk's debut was a game changer for the Hulk franchise. He wasn't just another villain, He was a complex character with his own struggles and motivation. He added layers to the Hulk mythos, challenging the lines between hero and villain, and forcing readers to think their assumptions about good and evil. Red Hulk wasn't simply a monster, he was a man driven by obsession, transformed by his circumstances, and struggling to find his place in the world that was too chaotic to understand. He reflected the darker side of the Hulk persona, showing how power can corrupt and the consequences of letting rage take over. Red Hulk's existence also opened up the Hulk's universe to new possibilities. He wasn't just a mirror to the original Hulk, he expanded the story, allowing for deeper explorations of gamma-powered characters and their psychological effects. He became a benchmark, showing us that there's more than one way to be a Hulk. His story was about obsession, transformation, constant push and pull between darkness and light. From a vengeful antagonist to a reluctant hero, his journey is a testament to the complexity and evolution of comic book characters. So, what do you think? Excited to see the Red Hulk in the new Captain America movie? Did you think that Red Hulk added something special to the Marvel Universe? Or was he kind of too much of a corny stretch? Was he a solid addition to the Hulk family? Did he dilute what made original Hulk so iconic? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives on Tales from the Long Box. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one.